Hi, I'm Winston Aldworth. I'm the Herald's travel editor. This week I'm in the heart of Germany. We're on the Rhine. We're going to be sailing aboard the Avalon Imagery II on its maiden voyage. Right now we're in Wiesbaden and we're heading south towards Switzerland. This is the first of our daily video updates. This is a royal suite. There are two aboard the ship. So there's 64 suites in total. These are the royal suites. A bit bigger, a bit more room. This is the way to have your holiday. The ship is 110 metres long with 64 cabins on board, so it's small and intimate. If you've been on an ocean-going cruise ship, you'll notice how small it is straight away. The big advantage is it's easy to get off and explore the countryside along the river. So today we've been exploring Wiesbaden on the banks of the Rhine. It's a nice little town. It survived World War II pretty well. Only about 10% of the buildings were damaged. But the really cool thing here is the vineyard in the middle of the city, up on the banks of a north-facing hill, where they produce a very good Riesling.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit?
Yes.
Tired?
Fantastic, thank you.
Someone without one?
Kloster Eberwach, apparently the best Riesling in the world, according to the locals. One of the neat things here in Wiesbaden was that after trying the wines at the vineyard, we caught a water-powered funicular back down to the town. So that was Wiesbaden in Germany. We'll be doing more daily video updates until we get as far as Basel in Switzerland. I'm Herald travel editor Winston Aldworth, and this week we're sailing down the Rhine aboard the Avalon Imagery II. We're exploring the countryside and the cities around here. Today we're in the German town of Engers and something pretty exciting has happened. Judy Bailey has christened the ship. There was a good crowd gathered for the launch, where Judy Bailey became the first Kiwi to be a godmother to a European river cruising ship. She gave a Maori blessing and proved herself pretty handy at smashing a bottle of champagne on the side of the ship. Wow.
I have been really nervous actually because they do take it very seriously, this christening event, and so I'm really glad it went well.
Okay. Thank you.
I've never done a cruise in my life before, and when I was asked to come and christen a boat, I mean, how can you refuse? It's been wonderful. I've so enjoyed it. And such a thrill to be asked to be the godmother of a ship as beautiful as this one.
Yeah, and the cannons are...
Earlier in the day, we visited one of the dozens of castles lining the Rhine. Castle Marksburg was built in 1117. We got the keys to the castle and found it's got amazing views and some tight spaces. So we're inside a medieval castle and we're exploring the stairway. And we found some headgear that Josh Kronfeld would be proud of. On the way back to the ship, we went through the town of Koblenz on the Rhine. It's a beautiful old town that was almost completely destroyed by the Allies in World War II. After the history lesson, it was back to the ship for a smashing time with Judy. That was today. It's been terrific fun. Tomorrow, the ship will be sailing through some stunning gorges down the Rhine. Hello, I'm Winston Aldworth, the Herald's travel editor, and this is day 3 of our cruise down the Rhine aboard the Avalon Imagery II. Today we're sailing through the Rhine Gorge. It's some of the most beautiful scenery you'll find in Germany. Ancient castles, beautiful hillsides, and a lot of ships on the river. This is a very busy bit of water. The castles around here have featured in German folklore and myth for centuries. Some of them appear in Richard Wagner's operas. We went past 42 castles. They were all beautiful. Many of them have been converted into hotels, and some of those are said to be haunted. We're at the business end of the ship today. We're in the wheelhouse where second captain Attila is in control, and this is where all the action happens. It's not just tourists on these waters. This river has been connecting European countries for centuries, and today there's up to 13,000 registered commercial vessels on the Rhine. That means the wheelhouse is a very busy place to be.
Here on the Rhine is really big traffic, and yeah, it can happen and happens lots of times, but as I told you, I didn't.
Attila got us safely to shore, where we visited the town of Rudesheim. We cycled up to the stunning Niederwald monument. Some in our group had battery-powered bikes. The rest of us did the hard work for ourselves. But for everyone, the trip downhill was much easier. This part of Germany is rich in history and rich in great wines. We're all back on board now. Join us tomorrow for more adventures on the Rhine. We're on our way to Strasbourg and the ship's just pulled into a lock, so we've got heavy concrete walls on either side. Pretty soon they'll shut off one end, and I guess the water comes in and we go up. That's the gate we're going to go through. The water's going to come in and fill up the lock to that level up there. Then the door opens and away we go. We're in a cabin on the first floor. It's suddenly gone very dark because we're hard up against the wall of the lock, and you can see the ship's rising. Very close to it, it's right there. They've told us not to reach out and touch it because your arm could get caught, but it's a pretty fascinating thing. Is that a good thing for you?
Once we're sailing, we are in the lock, so get the race in the river in a fast way, they're building locks. So we're sailing into the lock on the lower part. Doors will close, the lock will fill up, and then if the lock is filling up or filled up, then on the other side the door goes in this way, it goes down, and then we can sail out, and we are about 60 meters higher.
So there you have it. I never thought I'd see a lock bigger than Brad Thorn, but that was it. We're back underway now. We're heading for Strasbourg tonight. Join us again tomorrow for more of our adventures on the Rhine. We're in Strasbourg, and apparently there's a cathedral around here somewhere, and it's quite stunning. We're in the beautiful town of Colmar. It's French. It used to be German, and before that it was French, and before that it was German again. One thing it's always been is very pretty. It's Easter market time in Colmar, and that makes this town a dangerous place to be if you've got a sweet tooth or you like sausage. Merci beaucoup. Venison. There's no way to do this with elegance. We've found these cute little Easter markets around town. Beautiful food, and they've got animals on display. So here you can see some geese. Hey buddy, you come up from him. Oh yeah. Delicious. Look at that. Thank you. Wow. The ship's parked up and the passengers are out for a bike ride. We're going to be exploring some medieval towns and hopefully finding a pub. That's the end of our ride for the day, and our ride on the Rhine finishes tonight as the ship sails into Basel, Switzerland. This is the last of our video updates. I'm Winston Aldworth. Thanks for joining us.